About 2 years ago I uploaded a video called Tyre Talk when I looked at the Insa Turbo Dakar in 265/75/16 size. It's a tyre I've run for a number of years. I've always been really pleased with it. I've always found it to perform really well. However, at the end of that video I did say that when the time came to replace it, I would probably be replacing it with a larger size tyre. Well, replacement time has come, and this is the tyre that I'm going to be replacing it with. BF Goodrich KM3 in 255/85/16. This is a 33-inch tyre. Not that many tyres available in 255/85 really. I think Falcon do one, Maxxis do a couple, BF Goodrich obviously, maybe one or two others. I think Toyo do their Open Country mud terrain in this size as well. Anyway, onto the KM3. Now I know from past experience, when measuring tyres, the actual tyre size can come up short compared to what they're supposed to be. So the first thing I did when I got these tyres was to drop a tape measure on them. Mounted on a 16/7-inch wheel and inflated to 27 psi, I was pleased to find that these are actually a genuine 33-inch tyre. BFG's website claims 33.1 diameter, and that's pretty much what my measurements show. Another dimension I'm going to take a quick look at is the tread width. The tread width of the KM3 is quite narrow. Comparing the KM3 and the Dakar side by side, there's only 10mm difference between them in the width of the tyre. However, there's over an inch difference in the actual tread width between the KM3 and the Insa Turbo Dakar. Now whether you think the narrow tread's a good thing or a bad thing is probably going to be dependent on where you stand regarding wide tyres versus skinny tyres. I'm not going to get into any of that debate. Too many variables, but for me personally, for the use that I put the tyres to and the vehicle to, it's probably going to work well for me. Gearing. You may already be aware of this, but if not, when you change your tyre size diameter, you change the final drive ratio. Or in effect you're changing your gearing. Bigger tyres equal higher or taller gearing. Moving up from a 32-inch tyre to a 33-inch, that will increase your gearing by around 3%. The differences that I'm discussing here is obviously specific to my vehicle. TD5 Defender 90 standard tune, 1.4 transfer box. Your vehicle may be different, but talking about mine, overall the slight increase in gearing has been beneficial. The vehicle cruises a lot quieter, cruises better. The gearing just seems to suit it, no problems whatsoever. No loss in performance except excuse me, a little bit in fifth gear if you're accelerating up a long hill. Lost a little bit there, but nothing major really. Overall, you know, it's an improvement. It's a lot nicer to drive. And the speedo, by the way, now reads spot on. One thing I will quickly just touch on, and this is in regards to increasing your tyre diameter rather than the fact that it's a KM3, and that is that it takes a little bit more effort to slow down and stop with the larger diameter tyre. The vehicle doesn't skip, slip, slide or anything like that. It just requires a little bit more effort on the brake pedal to slow down and stop. Nothing major, just something to be aware of if you're looking to increase the diameter of your tyres. I haven't had much opportunity to try these tyres out on the lanes and tracks yet, but I did get to try the tyres out briefly on one lane, Not the hardest of lanes, I admit, but the tyres felt sure-footed with no scrabbling, slipping or any loss of traction whatsoever. BFG have incorporated what they term flex zones into the tyre. What these do is allow the tyre to flex and envelop objects when it's aired down. I put this to the test and drove over various bricks, rocks, etc. just to see if the tyre would deform. Although the tyres weren't aired down and still inflated to 30 psi, you can see how the tyre deforms and is wrapping round the brick. Right, conclusion on the BFG KM3 in 255/85/16. I'm just going to come out and say I absolutely love these tyres. They're great on the road, they're smooth, they're refined, they're quiet, handle well, no nasty surprises. On the lanes, I've not done a great deal of use yet, but what I have done, they've performed really well. They bite great. Rocks, they do deform, wrap around the rocks, grip them well. The size, I like the increase in gearing, plus I've got over half-inch extra under my diffs, always a bonus. Great tyre. Negatives, what can I say? I suppose it would be price really. They are an expensive tyre. But they perform great. I personally think they're worth the money. You may disagree, I don't know, but for me personally, they're worth the money. So I think that just about wraps it up for the KM3. If there's anything I've missed, if you got any questions at all, drop a comment in the section below. If I can answer it for you, I will. We've got a trip hopefully coming up in the next few weeks to North Wales. Hopefully you'll join us for that. But I think that's just about it for the KM3. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.